Hello, my name is Nikki Biley, and I'm the Program Coordinator for Bioimaging North America. BINA is a network of optical imaging scientists that is supporting and strengthening light microscopy-based bioimaging across Canada, Mexico, and the US. And we're contributing to the global effort in this space by sharing and leveraging the experience and expertise of our community with that of the broader global community, all in an effort to bring greater awareness and support to the critical role played by scientific imaging in all areas of biological and biomedical research. We are a US-based not-for-profit governed by a diverse and experienced leadership team of volunteers shown here. And recently, thanks to an award from the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, BINA now has 2 full-time administrative team members, myself and my colleague Vanessa Orr. BINA's activities are conducted by our community-driven working groups. Details about the mission and membership of each of these groups are highlighted on our website, which along with the newsletter and social media channels is managed by the Communications Working Group. The Training and Education Working Group has been largely focused on collecting and sharing online training resources during the pandemic, and they will be also conducting workshops and trainings in the coming months. The Diversity and Inclusion Working Group provides education and awareness on diversity and inclusion issues and works with organizations supporting underrepresented groups in our community to raise awareness and encourage participation in training and professional development opportunities. The QC and Data Management Working Group is working to raise awareness around data quality and standards, improve metadata reporting, and develop tools to facilitate the adoption of these best practices. The Corporate Working Partners Group, which recently launched, aims at building and strengthening working relationships between academic and commercial partners to encourage and foster industry and academic partnership and engagement. The Imaging Informatics Working Group, which will be launched shortly, aims to accelerate dissemination and lower the barriers to the adoption of best practices around the life cycle of biological and bioimaging data sets. Highlighted here are some of the resources available on our website. BINA, in conjunction with Bioimaging UK and the Royal Microscopy Society, moved quickly at the onset of the pandemic to host a series of community conversations to establish safe working practices for imaging cores. It was extremely well received and provided a space for listening and sharing, but has also generated concrete guidelines to help facilities address the challenges of reopening. As I mentioned, the Training and Education Working Group during the pandemic developed this web page of training resources where visitors to the site can come and search for links to training materials and resources. They can share with us the resources that they have been using or that they have created simply by submitting them through a simple web form on this page. Our core facility page aims to provide a comprehensive list of the imaging core facilities in North America that are open to the research community. And eventually, we'd like to include search functionality to enable researchers to identify facilities by their equipment and expertise so that they can connect individuals for assistance with systems and technologies that they might be interested in acquiring or that they are looking for help with training and troubleshooting. Like so many communities, the majority of in-person activities ceased during the pandemic. This reduction in usage resulted in losses both financially but also in research output. Despite this tremendous negative impact, it did provide an opportunity for imaging scientists to turn their energy and focus to things that they could do. Where possible, core facilities provided remote access to data and imaging analysis workstations, enabling researchers to access and analyze data. This increased attention and focus on data access and management issues, helping to identify areas for improvement in fair and open science practices, and catalyzing initiatives around data standards, metadata, and new tools to help researchers meet these growing needs. Facilities began gathering and, where possible, developing their own training resources, bringing greater awareness to the existence of a lot of these resources and helping to identify unmet needs that might need to be filled. Additionally, meetings and conferences moving online provided greater opportunity for broader audiences to participate. Here are some of the upcoming publications from QUARIP LIMI initiative that BINA members have been contributing during the COVID period. QUARIP LIMI is a global community effort addressing quality and reproducibility of light microscopy images. It is tackling the challenges of fair data practice around image data. How findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable are they? But it's doing this by providing guidelines along with tools and training to help with the implementation. The pandemic emphasized the need for and promoted the development of a number of remote and online opportunities. The search for an aggregation of existing training and education materials and the generation of new materials to meet specific needs presents the global community with an ideal opportunity to collaborate in the creation of a centralized, community-driven, searchable training and education resource. This would highlight existing resources, it would help avoid redundancies when generating new ones, and it would provide a centralized platform for submitting these so that they would reach the broadest audience possible. There's certainly no doubt that the switch from in-person to virtual participation in meetings and conferences provided opportunity for greater participation and engagement of a broader audience, and provided practical help for those that are disadvantaged by financial, time, and geographical constraints, because they too were able to participate in these remote meetings. Additionally, these virtual meetings provided alternatives to in-person system demos, enabling vendors to avoid the significant expense and logistical challenges associated with shipping systems, which often requires shipping them across international borders. And it provided then an opportunity for facility staff in remote geographical locations to see and interact with these systems, where they might not otherwise have had that opportunity. So a virtual interaction was better than none. Highlighted here are some of the activities that BINA is involved in. Many of these activities focus on training and professional development opportunities with a view to being as inclusive and attracting as broad an audience as possible. We are keen to engage with our community and that of the broader global community in conversations around re-entry into work in a mid-pandemic world, aggregation and sharing of training resources, and with the guidance and help of members of the France Bioimaging community, we will be rolling out a metrology suitcase program to support our community with efforts in standardization and system maintenance. I'd like to again thank the organizers for the opportunity to present here, and I'd like to acknowledge the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative for the support of BINA's activities, and thank also our Platinum members for their sponsorship of the website. Please visit our website and join us so that you can stay up to date with what we're up to. You can contact us through our email address if you have feedback on our website, and please check out our Twitter channel. Again, thank you. Goodbye.